Hey everybody, GL1 here, and today I want to talk about fast action transformers. So I have a few here, and I have a couple more, and I'm going to start with this one here from the last night, which was already 6 years ago, 2017. This is a turbo changer, and this is Hound, and I picked this up in a secondhand store, and in truck mode, you can see it rolls kind of nicely. And you got your rockets there. Well, this is how we change it. So it's turbo changed, and then you just pull that down, and there you go. So it's really just 2 steps, and then if you want, he has a helmet that can flip over his head, and see there's a little button here. You can pull that down, and then he's got his war helmet on, and I guess it's sort of got a targeting system in there for his rockets, and then he can bend his arms, and there is a standard size to the hole in his hand, so you could give him various kinds of weapons. And then to change him back, you flip that up and then push those forward. That goes forward, and then this flips up. There you go. And there you go. You've played with it quickly. It's back in truck mode. So the idea is Transformers have worked for some time now, since the movies have come out, to have the toys transform very quickly for fast playability, transforming. And one of the things they've done is even had automatic transforming parts that are geared, and none of these are like that. Well, no, that's actually not true. These are not the more sophisticated ones, but that's what they've been working on. This is 2014, Age of Extinction, if you can believe that's already 9 years ago. This is Flip and Change Silver Knight Optimus. Now, these are also, these two, this is Lockdown and this is Drift. Those are also Flip and Change, but they're very different. I really don't think this should be called Flip and Change, being that these are Flip and Change. I think this should be called the One Step. So here's your sword. All you do, you bang it on the ground, and then boom, Optimus Prime. So let me show you how that is. So you can just push them together. All right. So he's in truck mode, and then you just, well, the idea was, yeah, you have a handle here, and you can bang him on the ground, and then this pops open. His arms are usable. They ratchet like that. Now, the shoulders don't articulate, and the legs don't move, but he's in his Optimus mode, Silver Knight mode. And, if you just wanted something very simple to be able to change back between Optimus and a truck, it really doesn't get any faster than this. You just, and then push that down. Whoop. And then it's truck mode, like that. Okay, and then you can put your sword, you can store it, like that if you want. All right, so here's why these are very different. The Flip and Change Lockdown. All right, I'm going to try to make sure I can do this efficiently. I've been practicing. It's not that quick and easy. So you have to undo this, and this is not that hard on Lockdown. It's a lot harder on Drift. And then, all right, so you pull those out, and then there, his feet flip, and then you have to manually, I can't see any other way. I haven't been able to get it to work without doing it. Take his head, roll it over, and then you push that back, and then you kind of push the arms up over, push the shoulders up over here, over that. And now he actually has movable arms and even movable wrists. All right, his legs don't move. Push his head down there. Let's get his head to stay. It's a little bit dependent on that. All right. And getting him to stand up, not always so easy. It clicks. You can see there's quite a sophistication of gearing and levers and things going on here. So you see you hear that, all that ratcheting in there. Okay, so you have the front of the car, ratchet that up, and the head comes down. And then you have to move the arms forward yourself. And then there, all right, let me tilt that a little bit. All right, now you can see he's standing. And if you look at his head, he actually looks like the robot from Lost in Space. So I just thought that was an interesting coincidence. All right, so that's locked down. And then changing him back. So you want to straighten everything here. Get everything mostly lined up. And then the feet are supposed to, as you pull this back, the feet are supposed to flip backwards. And it feels like you're going to break it, but I haven't broken it yet. And then you kind of see, it's not that. Oh, you know what I did wrong? I have to manually move the head out of the way. That makes everything happen. So you have to move the head back manually, the same way you have to pull it forward manually. So you can see this is quite a bit different than Flip and Change Optimus Prime. I don't know what they were thinking, and if they ran out of words and they just couldn't come up with... See, this is not that easy. Here I go. And maybe a little bit embarrassing. I've been trying to get this thing to flip and change quickly. And here we go. And then there's a little peg that you want to pull one side of the back over the other. You see this here you go. See that peg inside there? So you kind of want to slide that over, and there you go. And now you have yourself a Lamborghini. Well, it's locked down as a Lamborghini. All right, and it's after great effort. Okay, that's together. All right, well, drift it's really the same thing, except that it's even more difficult to get the back end. This is a Bugatti Veyron. You can see it's not completely, there we go, spring together. All right, there, now I have it a little bit better. All right, you see these spring hinges here. And all right, pull that out. And then I pull the head forward. And then I like this guy, the Samurai Transformer. I think he looks really cool. All right, and there you go. And then pull those shoulders forward. And then once again, and you can get him to stand. They are back heavy. They do tend to fall over. So let me get you a good look on that. Good paint job, you know. Looks like the other Transformer versions of him. And it's big, you know. It's about a foot tall. And you have your wrists that turn. And you have your elbows that bend. And he can actually have some lateral motion with his shoulders, unlike the Optimus, which doesn't do any of that. So I really don't think this is the same category of toy at all. It's quite a bit more sophisticated. All right, well, I have more. So here we go. In the package, 2008. Can you believe that? 15 years ago, long haul. And fast action battlers. So they're still trying to do that fast action. Revenge of the Fallen. All right. And should we open it? Because this is worth some money now. I got these things for like $3. So should we open it and find out? Yes, we should. And I'm going to. So here we go. Because ultimately, who really cares, right? So here's a Decepticon. Here's your Decepticon symbol on the plastic. I'm going to cut that. A lot of times what I'll do is I don't save the clear plastic part of the package, but I'll save the cardboard back. And sometimes that's practical because I can't remember, you know, what it's supposed to look like one way or the other, and at least I can look at that. Of course, putting it somewhere where I can find it again is always the other issue. You know, I think this thing goes for like $50 or something in the package, but you know, what's it doing in the package, right? It's not, no one's getting any joy out of it. So let's open it up. All right, here we go. All right, so here's your instructions. We won't look at those because that's how we do things here. All right, and let's see if we can see how he's secured. All right, see, now this is the older security structure here where you have these twist ties. And now you see that they have this clear, they either have the clear rubber bands, which are not really rubber, but a very flexible plastic, or they have like those clothing tags that they secure the figure in, and which utilizes a lot less plastic. I mean, this is a metal wire wrapped in plastic. It's a lot more expensive to produce, but nobody had thought about doing it the other way before. And now they even have like paper, sort of like a cardboard paper wrapping on that. And yeah, see how fun this is to try to get this out. I mean, that alone should have been enough of a deterrent to not do this. Oh, and then the hand is done. Okay, so I missed the hand. Now sometimes you can use like wire clippers, electronic wire clippers, but I didn't know this is how it was going to be. Otherwise I would have had that ready to go. All right, there you go. All right, so here he is after 15 years out of the package. And he's a fast action battler, so we're going to see how fast that is. Oh, look, I just ripped that right out of the plastic. I didn't even... It's so powerful. I didn't even realize it. All right. And let's see, his articulation. All right, does he have knees? No, but he does have... He can twist. He can move his legs forward. That's a step up. So this is, these are 2014... and Hound was 2017. This is 2008. So a bit more sophisticated. Look, you have, okay, so you have elbows. You have shoulders that go in all directions. All right, you have your wheels. All right, so, and he's supposed to do something. Yeah, he's supposed to, okay, so he even has a punching feature. So, have you seen that before? That's on the Hulkbuster toy where you push a button and he punches. So same feature. All right. All right, so let's see. We're going to convert him to a dump truck. And let's see how easy that is to do without the instructions. Maybe this flips around. A lot of times, yep, a lot of times things just, you gotta you learn, they flip upside down in some way. And let's see, this is gonna be an axle. And not sure. All right, I'm gonna pause it, change it, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so I transformed it. It wasn't super fast, but there's some key things to know as to how this works. All right, so this, I was right about flipping it around, but what I didn't see is that this piece moves and then this turns. You see, so you take this and then you flip this up and then that locks in there. Okay, and then you see, and this was the original position that I had a quandary with, you see, because there's his arms, right? All right, so you turn them like that, and then this would fold out, and that's his legs, right? Okay, so you push that together, and then you take these, undo this, the hand goes up inside the back of the dump truck. This turns out. Yeah, and I don't usually do transformations on the show, but this is supposed to be fast action, so I'm trying to see if it's fast action. All right, not bad. Definitely not as fast as the other, but what you get is, in robot form a more sophisticated toy, and you don't get something for nothing. That's always an axiom you can rely on. So you're not going to get a more sophisticated robot without the transformation being a little bit more difficult. Okay, so there we go. So that's a pretty cool toy. All right, so we have long haul, but we also have sideways. So he's also a Decepticon. So when my son was very young, one of his favorite Transformers was Sideways, and I think it was not to the movies. It was Sideways to might have been Transformers Energon. I don't think it was Armada. Could have been Cybertron, but anyway, it was his form had both a Autobot and Decepticon symbol on him, and that was confusing for him when he was so young. And he's like, why is that? And that's because Sideways was tricky, and sometimes he would help out the Autobots and sometimes the Decepticons. All right, so here we go, and we have this to undo again. I didn't look up how much this one's worth to open, but it doesn't really matter, because it's worth nothing if it's in the box. Then it's just a box. Okay. There you go. All right. So, robot form, Sideways. All right. He has knees. He has hip swivel. And he doesn't. Okay, his arms are all one big piece. And he has a special feature here. He's got a wheel. And that shoots out and spins, I bet. Oh, no, it just shoots out. Wow. Well, that's cool. All right. Well, now we know that happens. Well, let me pause this and get that. All right, so there's like a cutting wheel sort of that shoots out at you. And if we look at the back of it, well, you see the picture is supposed to be like a cutting wheel, right? And launching Magna missile. Launching might have been the word I could have used a minute ago if I had read it. All right. So, and they even tell you his specs, right? So, not that strong, but he's pretty smart. He's a 7. I assume that's out of 10. All right. Well, let's see if we can transform him quickly enough. All right. So, oh, look, they had those rubber bands even back, those, rubber band-like bands even back then. Wow, 2008. Okay, they could have used it everywhere on the car. All right, so this, transform that. It's going to flip around. It looks like an Audi. Okay, so that's a ball joint. So that'll just flip, that'll go in there. And let's see, is that supposed to... Okay, yep, so that detaches, and then that comes off again. But, like I said in another video, they're made to pop off if you put the force in correctly so that you don't break it. So that's nice of them. All right, so that's going to go together in the back. And then you see this here? This is spring-loaded, it looks like. So then those are just going to push in there. This is actually pretty easy to transform. Just try to get those tabs in there. Okay. And I think it looks like an Audi TT. So I gotta keep working with it to get the tabs in, but there you go. It's cute. So there you go. He's cute. The truck is cute. And we're going to try to get Drift back together. All right. So Here we go. And they can all have a race, right? Put that head back manually. And then get these shoulders back. Okay, the feet are going to go back. See all these levers in there? Look at that. That's all levered. See that in there? And then there's these gears up in here. See the gears. So when you, let's see, I think it's I push it forward. Push everything forward, yeah. That's going to snap down. And then the feet get caught sometimes. Definitely not as easy as that Optimus Prime, is it? All right. That. And then the feet go in. All right. And then got to get these in, these pegs here. There's 2 of them. And it's not that easy to do. All right. That was easy that time, but not always that easy. And then try to get that in there. And there you go. Oh, and then the front. The front seems to not really... There we go. It's kind of locked. It's a little... not quite together. But there you go, Bugatti Veyron. All right, so I hope you enjoyed these fast action Transformers. I enjoyed opening them up. I'm glad I finally did. And glad I did it so that you can watch. So thanks for watching. I will see you very soon.